Hey, good morning. It is Wednesday, the 5th of December, and I want to shoot a quick video. I just finished my Transcendental Meditation series. It was a four-part, four-day class, and now I'm kind of off on my own. So what are some of the biggest takeaways I have from this whole experience? Well, I would say, for one, I directly notice a difference in my baseline, just feeling more grounded throughout the day since I started this practice. And I've done a lot of mindfulness in the past. I left it though because I didn't feel like I was doing it right, or I didn't know what I was doing. With this process, I directly noticed almost immediately that I was getting an effect of some sort. And it's hard to describe it, but I would say the baseline experience I found is that it just feels way more chill. It's more like a chill, grounded feeling. And you have to do the practice. The goal is to do the practice twice a day for 20 minutes a day. But overall, it's a very straightforward process. And it seems like it's something that you really just can't screw up. And the benefits kind of come whether or not you feel like you had a productive session in the actual meditation because of the way that it's designed and what it's doing for you. So the whole premise here is that there is a level of consciousness beyond just sleeping, being awake, or dreaming that you can transcend to get to a lower level in this sort of rough mind ocean of thoughts at the daily level of like what you're doing, that you transcend below. And then by sort of connecting with that deeper ocean level, ocean floor, if you will, where the current and the calmness is there, you are kind of bringing yourself back to a place where like you were when you were a young child, or someone who just didn't have all these thoughts washing around, kind of pulling you left and right and making the ocean of mind so chaotic. So the idea here is that when you do these sessions, you're connecting with that deeper level of yourself, and it's allowing you to be more grounded, and it's a place that you don't touch a lot. And by consciously sort of developing this process of practice to kind of reconnect with that, it's bringing it back in and sort of like anchoring you back to this level of grounding that then carries throughout your day and throughout your weeks. For the practice, it's been really straightforward for me. I had a lot of mindfulness experience about a year and a half ago, and I spent a lot of time reading into it. And so a lot of that has helped me sort of take on this practice, I think, more quickly than other people might have been able to sort of adapt to it. Overall, I've found it very powerful for me personally. I think it's also a very personal decision, and this is something my instructor also mentioned to me, that promoting this is great, but you want to give people the education, and then the barrier to entry as far as paying a large amount of money to go do the class and actually commit to doing it for 4 days and then commit to the practice twice a day, it's a big commitment. And if you're not willing to sort of make that financial commitment as well as that personal commitment to the time that you're gonna have to dedicate to doing the practice, you're spending a lot of time and money on something that's really, you're not gonna feel and realize the full benefit of it. Because it can take weeks or even months or sometimes even years for you to fully kind of process through a lot of things that you're getting from this. Which is one final point I want to leave before I kind of wrap up my experience overall, and then perhaps shoot a longer in-depth field video that's a little bit like more detailed about the whole experience. And the final thing is that as you're going through this process and you're tapping into this more transcendental type consciousness, you are going to unravel and sort of reestablish some feelings and emotions and connections in your nervous system, in your body, that you haven't felt before. And I can certainly say for me, that's definitely the case. There's just places in my body that I didn't know I was carrying tension that are kind of coming out, if you will, and it's almost like they're de-thawing and becoming more at ease. So I will keep my experiences documented and keep sharing what I have. Overall, if you're super interested in this, I definitely recommend hitting up someone who's doing it, like myself, to find out more information. And then you can also go set up a free talk in your market, wherever you are. The organization is really big and they have lots of instructors all over the place. But for Austin, Adrian's been an awesome instructor, and as someone who becomes part of the organization and an alumni, you can go to the group meditations they have every week. You can always reach out to your instructor to get feedback on how to do it again. You've basically got a lifetime support system to use this practice. And again, if you haven't read the book by Robert Goff, I think is his name, Strength and Stillness, I would highly recommend checking that out, because it talks about a lot of the celebrities that guy trained. He's one of the kind of original OGs of bringing Transcendental Meditation mainstream. But there's like celebrities like Katy Perry, like Ellen DeGeneres, Ray Dalio, like some really, really successful business types who specifically practice this type of meditation, which is largely why, along with my friends Mike and Adam, who have referred me to this type of practice, because I've tried a bunch of them out there, mindfulness, calm, headspace, 10% happier. I even have a few books on the process, the Eckhart Tolle type stuff. And for me, this has been one of the most profound experiences in just feeling like I'm actually garnering some serious results that are very noticeable. So I hope that was valuable. Again, if you have questions and you want to hit me up, I'm happy to share what I know. If you're curious about some of these other resources, I'm happy to share those as well. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Let's make it a great rest of the week. And as always, keep crushing.